Welcome back to Into the Pit. I'm Hellhound.
And I'm Dr. Guts.
And today we're going to talk about our favorite metal ballads. And what I mean by ballads is like kind of slower, more melodic songs that feature like an emotive vocal performance and whatnot. I don't know if that's your definition of ballad, but that's what I think of when I think of the word
it's kind
ballad.
of the roundabout way we went about making a list for this.
That's what we mean, for lack of a better term, our favorite metal ballads. We're just going to give our top 5 list. Then we're going to mention, have some honorable mentions at the end and whatnot. So songs like Welcome Home Sanitarium, that's what we mean.
Yeah, that's what we mean when we
ballads.
say ballads.
Yeah.
Welcome Home Sanitarium is a perfect example of that.
Yeah, so that's what we're talking about.
Even like near the end, it kind of picks up and stuff, and that's perfectly acceptable for a ballad.
Exactly. Yeah, if it gets like faster and heavier, then it doesn't necessarily mean that it won't fit the qualifications that we're talking about in this video. All right, well,
You want to start it off?
all right, yeah, sure. Well, my number 5, we're going to talk about our top 5. My number 5 would have to be Trail of Tears by Testament. The Testament actually has a few kind of slower songs here and there, like almost on every CD they've put out, they've had like at least one. I think Chuck Billy's vocals are perfect for that. He's a great singer. One of my favorite thrash vocalists. Oh, absolutely.
Such a good vocalist, man.
Yeah, not to mention Alex Scolding, my favorite guitar player. I've mentioned several times. And yeah, Trail of Tears is a great song. I think it might actually be about Native Americans and, like they're losing their land and everything. Like, we all know that story. I think that might be what the lyrics are about, if I'm not mistaken. Chuck Billy actually has, he's descended from Native American, so he's got Native American blood, so he sings about that a lot of times. A lot of times on stage, he'll give a shout out to his Indian brethren, So I'm pretty sure that's what the song's about. Correct me if I'm wrong, but very slow, very harmonious vocals from Mr. Billy and some great instrumentation. Really shows how diverse Testament can be. And when people say that they're just a Metallica clone, I beg to differ. That song's a testament to that.
They're so much more than that. They are definitely their own unique band, and the things they do are just so, like, almost like I'm gonna say they're almost like one of the most musical thrash bands when it comes to like actual musicality and stuff.
Yeah, musically intricate.
They have a lot of really more classically influenced parts, and it really shows, especially in songs like this. And I love how they can go from, like, say from that album in general, they can go from like these really fast, really heavy songs into a song like that.
Exactly. Yeah, it just shows how much range they have as musicians.
Absolutely.
And of course, Alex Scolding, he plays jazz and blues.
Everything.
He can do anything.
Literally everything.
Yeah.
Anything. If it's a guitar, he'll play it.
Exactly. He's just awesome.
Absolutely. A good choice. So, for my number 5, I'm going to go with Love You to Death by Typo Negative.
Good choice.
So, it took me a while to get into Typo. Admittedly, at first I was kind of iffy, I was kind of skeptical, but then they really grew on me. They have that really cool, like, vampiric, like, classical kind of sound.
Goth rock.
Yeah, it really sounds like, really, like I said, vampiric. It has this really cool sound, especially with, like, what Peter Steele does with his voice. He has those, like, weird little, like Dracula-type essences to his voice. It's really cool, and this song, it's just laced with that.
Rest in peace, Peter Steele.
Absolutely. And this song, like I said, is just laced with that. His vocal performance is top notch.
His bass playing as well.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
And Kenny Hickey's guitar playing, I think it's kind of underrated.
Yeah, absolutely. This song, it kind of is a little bit chuggier about halfway through the song, which is cool. I love stuff like that. The video has a very cool autumn feel to it. I like that a lot. And there's a part near the end of the song where it has this really cool, like, melodic guitar part that goes along with his vocals, and it's just so cool. It gives me chills every time I hear it. It's really powerful. And that's probably what put this song into my list, that last part. It's just so captivating for me, and I love it.
Yeah, you can tell they're really into Halloween and stuff.
Yeah.
They don't call him the Drab 4 for no reason.
Yeah.
And yeah, as you said, Peter Steele was like had a very vampiric presence.
Very unique person.
Definitely.
Incredibly unique person.
Very talented. Great songwriter.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love Typo.
For sure.
Oh, well, my number 4 would be Dreamer Deceiver by Judas Priest off of their Sad Wings of Destiny album. Wow, all I can say is what a beautifully written compelling song. Rob Halford's vocals, first they're so soft spoken and just so eloquent, and then he hit this high pitched soaring vocals toward the end when it gets a little heavier. And usually the song goes directly into Deceiver, which is a much faster paced song where it really hits those high notes. Just wow, the song moves me every time. It's just beautiful. I really wish that Priest had done more tracks like that. I guess there are a few others, like Last Stories of Summer and a few others, but nothing comes close to German Deceiver. I mean, that was just wow.
Yeah, I actually hadn't even heard that song. Admittedly enough, when I thought of Priest, I thought of the more like obvious things, like not their 70s, but more their 80s stuff. Just because that's what I was more used to. But then when we started talking about Sad Wings Destiny and things like that, I guess a few months ago at this point, I looked into them and I looked into that song in particular. She told me about it, and I listened to it while I was on vacation. It was just such an incredible song.
Oh God,
it's very good storytelling, along with his impressive vocal range. Really set that song above.
It's just one of my favorite Glenn Tipton solos as well.
Oh yeah, the solo in that song is awesome.
Oh gosh, it's just every which way, it's just incredible.
For sure.
Priest rules.
Absolutely. And going into another giant metal band, my number 4 would be Fade to Black by Metallica.
Good choice.
This was one of the basically landmark ballads.
That almost made my list, by the way, too.
Absolutely. It's an incredible song. This song is one that really got me into the idea of ballads. It's just so good, from the lyrics to the music to just everything about it. It has just an incredible feel to it. James Hetfield's vocals are really, really good on this one. I think Ride the Lightning was probably my favorite vocals by him.
Oh, God, yeah.
I really like his vocals on Kill 'Em All as well, but on Ride the Lightning, I think he kind of hit that perfect medium between obviously Master of Puppets and Kill 'Em All, but that's exactly how it sounds. It sounds like it's in the middle of those. You still have it laced with reverb like it is in Kill 'Em All, but he's actually doing more of a attempted singing. He doesn't really do a whole lot of like crazy good singing, but like he does on Master of Puppets. And I think he has that perfect middle, and then like the song is just it's haunting, it's melodic, it's everything you want in a ballad, and it gets heavier near the end, and it's just such a good song. It really complements Ride the Lightning as an album.
Oh God, I love Cliff Burton's bass playing.
Yeah.
His bass performance on that song. And yeah, I actually heard that James Hetfield had a cold when they were recording Ride the Lightning. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think it actually kind of worked to his advantage.
If that's accurate,
if that's accurate. Yeah, he should.
Speaking
of, kill them all.
Have you heard their new song they released? Hardwired?
I heard Lords of Summer too, which I don't think is going to be on their new album.
I don't think it is either. That Hardwired song is actually pretty good. If you haven't listened to it, I would say check it out. It really caught me off guard with how good it was.
I think that is the one I listened to. There was another one besides Lords of Summer I listened to their new album. I think that was it.
Yeah.
Isn't that what their album's going to be called?
Yeah.
Hardwired?
I believe it's a 2-part album. It's Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Okay. And that's the first part of the Hardwired part.
I'm not crazy about the artwork, but...
yeah, but...
I'll give it a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give it a shot. It's Metallica. I'll always give them a fair chance.
God, yeah.
As much as a lot of metalheads
they're certainly
don't.
Capable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of metalheads are just,
Yeah, a lot of metalheads write them off. I definitely don't write them off. I just can clearly see that their better days are behind them.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm still hoping for good music.
They're not going to release another Master of Puppets.
No, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we're going to hope for the best, and so far, seem pretty cool, so let's see what we get from this album.
For our next one, I had to pick something from Dio. That'd be a Ronnie James Dio fronted song on this list. It was a tough one between Rainbow Eyes and Catch the Rainbow, which were both by
choices.
Yeah, thank you.
Fantastic.
Which were both by the band Rainbow, of course. Where he teamed up with Richie Blackmore after he left Elf. And yeah, Catch the Rainbow is just a beautiful song. Dio could really, really sing. I mean, the man was just had a beautiful voice. It was just so moving, and he could hit those really powerful highs, but he could also do really soft-spoken, more ethereal-sounding tunes as well. He could just do anything with his voice. He was so diverse.
He was genuinely one of the true metal gods.
Oh God,
100%.
Sure.
His personality was larger than life. His vocals were larger than life. I mean, he will always go down as one of the greatest vocalists.
The man was
of all
my
time.
hero.
Yeah, absolutely.
That song's a testament to that. Of course, Richie Blackmore's guitar playing is also a huge part of what made it so great.
So good. So good.
But yeah, that'll be my number 3, Catch the Rainbow by Rainbow, featuring the vocal talents of Ronnie James Dio.
Absolutely. And for my number 3, I'm going to go with Cemetery Gates by Pantera.
Yes, good choice.
This was actually the song that got me to pick up a guitar. If it wasn't for this song, I don't know if I would even be a guitar player at this point, honestly. There was just something about this song that really captivated me on the guitar front. The vocals are amazing, the drums are amazing. Everything about it is just a fantastic song. But really, the solos in that song are what really brought me in.
Oh god, yeah, Dimebag was a god.
So good.
Rest in peace.
Absolutely.
Phil's vocals, they end where he's where Dimebag does the guitar thing, that Phil kind of imitates it with his voice. That was just awesome.
Yeah,
so
his vocals are probably like on this album in particular, Cowboys from Hell. His vocals are probably my favorite. They got more aggressive as they went along, but this was probably my favorite performance by them.
Oh, easily.
Absolutely, and
That's
especially on this song,
songs.
they really, really, really went to this next level with the vocals and with everything in general. It was just so musically intricate for such a aggressive album, and it just really brought it all together.
Most definitely. Great choice. Yeah, Pantera rules.
For sure.
Well, my number 2, that'd be Strange World by Iron Maiden. And this song's a perfect example of Paul Di'Anno could sing. The man could freaking sing. I know everybody loves Dickinson, myself included, but Paul Di'Anno could really sing when he wanted to. He was just amazing. And the bass by Steve Harris, which is so ominous. It's like the backbone of everything their early sound was.
For sure.
And wow, yeah. I don't think Dickinson could do that song as good as Di'Anno did, honestly. It's just nothing short of incredible. But yeah, Strange World off the debut album. Definitely check it out. Beautiful song. Very moving. Very,
absolutely.
yeah, it's just great.
And I think even when Dickinson does it, it's still a fantastic song. It just doesn't have the same feel.
Easily.
You can tell it was written for Di'Anno to sing.
Yeah.
And it really shows. It's
kind of like when Dio sings Ozzy era songs.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel
like he can still do it, obviously, but it's
Yeah.
not the same. It doesn't have the same vibe to it.
Just,
So, incredible choice, fantastic.
thank you.
So for my next song, I'm gonna go with a little bit lesser known of a song, but it's a song I really, really, really love, and it's "There Stood the Fence" by Toxic. Toxic is an old thrash band. I want to say they put out 2 albums. I could be wrong about that though.
I think you're right.
And this song was incredible. They were pretty much known for their very high pitched, big vocal range. And this song's no exception. It tells a story about a guy like going back to the town he grew up in. And it's a very emotional, very emotive song. I think the vocals mixed with the guitar and just the pure overall musicality and songwriting really set this song above. It's such a good song. If you haven't listened to it, I would say definitely check it out.
For sure.
It's very, very, very powerful. Very powerful song.
Yeah, Toxic was great.
Toxic was
underrated.
Great. Yeah, they were another one of those bands that kind of grew on me. When I first listened to them, their vocals kind of threw me off a bit, but then once you get used to them, you really realize how brilliant they are. It's really a testament to those early high pitched vocals that a lot of thrash bands you would used to implement on things, and Toxic does it very well.
Definitely, you can tell what their influences are.
For sure.
Well, let's do some honorable mentions and we'll reveal our number 1 choices. Already mentioned Rainbow Eyes, Last Rose of Summer by Judas Priest, Remember Tomorrow is another Paul Di'Anno emotive vocal performance, The Sleep by Pantera, Gods of Wrath by Metal Church, Over and Over with Black Sabbath, more great Dio vocals.
Fantastic list.
Yeah. Silent Lucidity by Queensryche, Melancholy, The Holy Martyr. One of his choice, Fade to Black, which almost made my list. And also Planet Caravan by Black Sabbath. I don't know if that counts, but those are really good.
I would count it. One that I really wanted to mention was Floods by Pantera.
Good choice.
That song is probably one of my favorite musical outros of all time. The guitar work at the end of that song is just nothing short of breathtaking. That's exactly. And the solo in that song is one of the best I've ever heard in my entire life.
That was just such a legend.
For sure. But that's the only song I really needed to mention. You hit most of the other ones, so I'll just go with that.
Well, my number 1 choice had to be, there's none other than Solitude by Black Sabbath off their Master Reality album. That's so. When I first heard this song, I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, I had no idea Ozzy was capable
Yeah.
of that. Wow, it just moves me every time. You know, it really makes you feel, the emotion. It's very infectious. I don't know if it was Geezer Butler or Ozzy himself that wrote the lyrics, but it deals with like it narrates a painful breakup, and the speaker is just destroyed because this girl left him, and now his whole world is falling apart, and he just says, memories are all he has, and he's just so broken and tormented. It just, wow, it's just like, it really makes you feel. If the song was written today, people would label it as emo and or scene and all that crap, but this predates all that garbage by like 40 years.
And it's such a moving song.
Oh gosh, yeah.
It's really haunting. Really,
I can never get tired of it.
It's such a genuinely good song.
It's haunting.
Such a testament to what you can do with music. It's really poetry.
Definitely. And Tony Iommi is so too talented for his own good. He also played the flute during the song, and Geezer Butler's ominous and eerie bass lines, really make it all the more effective.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. And I was actually in a band that covered this song, and I gotta say, it's the only Tony Iommi guitar solo that I could do note for note. I'm not even going to attempt to do any of the other stuff, but I was able to do that one pretty well, I must say. I'm going to say so myself. Tony Iommi's solos are, I'm sure there's people out there that can do them, but I'm not going to attempt it. But that one I could.
The man of 1,000 riffs, and his solos
he's just a
good.
pool of endless riffs.
Complete legend.
Definitely.
And for my number one, I'm going to have to go with The Legacy by Testament. Now, this song is so good. So good. And it has, and probably will always be, my favorite metal ballad. It's not the last song, but the song before the last song on Souls of Black, which is an incredibly aggressive album. It's very technical, very fast, very heavy. And then it just has this song, The Legacy, on the back end of it. And it's just such a incredibly, intricate, beautiful song. It starts out with this incredible clean riff, and this lead just kind of fades into it. And it's so good. And the drums kind of come in and give it this really cool feel. And then, of course, Chuck Billy's brilliant vocals.
He's one of my favorite thrash singers.
He's probably my favorite thrash singer.
Up there with Joey Belladonna.
For sure. And he really sets it over the top in this song. I believe this is his best vocal performance, in my opinion. It's incredible. There's so many amazing parts in this song, be it from the lyrics to the guitar work. There's everything about it. It's incredible song, by far my favorite metal ballad of all time.
Yeah. I'm glad we both had a Testament song in our list, because I feel like they're kind of overlooked amongst metalheads. Mostly people dismiss them, as I said, as just another Metallica, but I disagree.
Absolutely.
Testament's excellent. All right, guys, well, those are our favorite metal ballads. Thank you for watching. I'm Hellhound.
I'm Dr. Guts.
And until next time, keep it metal.
Keep it metal.